So, December 2019, my wife and I were walking around central London, around the Oxford Circus area, Oxford Street, on the junction of Oxford Circus, and downstairs from the tube station there's wafting up Stairway to Heaven. Some busker down there is playing Stairway to Heaven. Crowds are heaving. I say it's December, Christmas shopping going all around us, and became aware of the amount of money slushing around at that time of year in Oxford Street. People had bags and bags and bags of stuff, and we stood and watched and listened for a little while, and yet also became aware that there are many young people that can't afford to pay their rent and can't get on the mortgage ladder and can't do this and can't do that because they don't have that opportunity. So I went home and I wrote this. This is called All the Bridges. Let's get rid of that. For a southbound train from nowhere, a distant stairway is falling now. From blue to blue, the tubes are heaving, espresso kicks again, and how the rust-red buses cough down Oxford Street among the swarming blind, and they'll watch the real world passing by and leave them all behind. Somewhere high above the righteous, a man crawls inside his soul. He digs and digs throughout the night in search of Marvin's soul. And somewhere just beneath the surface, in the cracks of open veins, he'll find the key to all his wisdom, buried with his own remains. But the key arrives with baggage, and as labelled as it's lost, it unlocks the door to knowledge, but extracts a certain cost. And in turning starts to falter, and a chamber held in place by the changing of our culture and the passing of our grace. Inside the exit crumbles, and there is no long ago to remind him where he came from or of the things he used to know. Just the here and just the now and just the way that it's become, as the world spins ever faster to the quickening of its drum. And on the stairwells of the city sat astride a coming storm, there's a gathering of soldiers with a duty to inform, in a telling of a story drawn where all the lines are blurred of 1,000 half-seen faces, all demanding to be heard. Every pause reveals a weapon as an action to excuse another circumstantial partner, well prepared to light the fuse. Where it's easier to take the things they haven't had to earn, and only then the crowd falls silent and the fabric starts to burn. And the fear begins to fester in the minds that can't be cured, where it's easy to reject the wound that hasn't been endured. Another plan, another document, another reason to believe in the institutes of madness and the baskets that they weave. Another paper to remind us who knows best and whose idea is the one that matters most and the one we need to fear. Stand and fall, stand and fall. Another funeral to attend as another soldier dies with nothing but a postcode to defend. Out beyond the distant crossing, others seek to understand as they stagger into traffic with their face pressed in their hands. In the wake of revolution, when their lives were redefined, now in search of absolution, how come they were left behind? And nothing comes from nothing, and it's hard to find a way if all the church's doors are closing when the time has come to pray. And while they ask 1,000 questions about how they've been declined, still they lay with the forgotten to protect their place in line. And the ones that saw the vision and accepted all the lies now embrace their new religion with their dollars in their eyes. While those that didn't make it from the trenches of the war understand that they have lost, but not what they were fighting for. To exist in their confinement, an abandoned fiscal tomb, still unable to escape the gagging stench of her perfume, and to search among the wreckage of the elders and the free for an answer to their questions. Why now? Why us? Why me? And this search for satisfaction and a sense of self-respect sees them wander their reality with hours to reflect on the winners and the losers at the ends of the divide. The clowns and the abusers who have pushed them all aside in the name of independence and the liberty to say that tomorrow's just not good enough. We want it all today. And there's still more than enough to go around, but no single reparation can rebuild this ship that ran aground and lost a generation. So now we sit and watch and listen as each player makes his move and tries to strengthen his position with a promise to improve the way things are, from how they were to how tomorrow's sun can rise, and how the winning of this hand will see a sharing of the prize. Still searching for his exit, the man he stumbles to his knees among the broken and the last of those to fall from this disease. He won't be going home again. His books have been returned, and it's far too late to compensate all the bridges we have burned. Thank you.